You are the master of your fate. Let's begin. What if the success you're chasing isn't even your own? What if the goals you're fighting for were placed in your mind by the silent pressures of the world? I want to talk to you about the greatest secret to a life of power and purpose, and it begins with unearthing what you truly want. I will show you how the world has convinced you to want things that will never truly fulfill you. We will then go to the root of your ambition and rediscover the forgotten art of authentic desire. Before we finish, I will give you the precise, actionable steps to turn your life into a monument to your own truth. This is not about finding a new path, it's about returning to the one you were born to walk. I want you to look at your life for a moment. Examine the goals you've set, the things you say you want. Do they truly resonate with the deepest part of you, or are they a reflection of something you saw? The truth I have observed is this: the modern world is a battlefield for your desire. It is filled with a constant, roaring noise telling you what to want. It is a parade of someone else's success, of someone else's happiness, of someone else's possessions. This relentless pressure creates a mirage, a false image of fulfillment so convincing that it can drown out the quiet, genuine voice of your own soul. I have seen men fight for years to climb a ladder that was not their own. They pursued a title, a position, a level of wealth they believed they were supposed to want. They worked relentlessly, pushed themselves to the breaking point. And then, at the summit, they stood alone. They had achieved what they were told was success, but there was no joy in the victory. Only an empty, hollow silence. This is the subtle, silent cost of chasing a life designed by someone else. You are successful by the world's standards, but you are a profound failure by your own soul's measure. You have gained a great deal, only to discover you have lost the one thing that truly matters, the ability to listen to your own authentic truth. This is a crisis of purpose. When you chase a goal that is not your own, every step is a burden. It is a duty you have imposed on yourself, not a joy you have discovered. I have seen the difference between two men. One man pursued wealth with a burning obsession for the prize. He wanted the things money could buy. He wanted the status, the power, the things that would make others envious. He worked hard, and he found a form of success. But his success was an anxious, fleeting thing. It was never enough. The other man I knew did not chase the prize. He chased a vision. He was obsessed with the perfection of a new process, the solving of a problem, the creation of something useful for humanity. He worked harder than any man I had ever seen, but for him, the work was a joy. The money and the success that followed were simply a byproduct of his purpose, not the purpose itself. There is a profound difference between a man who wins a race for the trophy and a man who wins because he was born to run. The first man is exhausted at the finish line, wondering what is next. The second man is alive. His every effort, every breath, every painful stride is a testament to his purpose. I want you to look at your life and ask this question with unflinching honesty: are you a runner? Or are you simply chasing a trophy? The answer to that question will reveal the true cost of the mirage you have been living in. A whim says, I want to be a success. A burning desire says, I will be a master of my craft, and my success will be a consequence of that mastery. One is a fleeting spark. The other is a profound internal furnace. The first is born from a desire for the trophy. The second is an obsession with the race itself. You cannot fake a burning desire. It is not an emotion you can summon. It is a fire you must unearth from the very core of your being. To do this, you must first do what so few are willing to do. You must get silent. I want you to stop and find a moment of profound quiet. Silence the world. Turn off the noise that constantly tells you what to want, what to buy, and what to be. I will give you two simple, powerful techniques for unearthing your own fire. The ones I learned from a lifetime of observation. First, I want you to sit with a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to ask yourself two unflinching questions. You will write down the answers as they come, without judgment. The questions are these: what would I do if I knew I could not fail? And what problem do I feel an intense, overwhelming urge to solve, even if I was never paid for it? The first question reveals your potential. The second question reveals your passion. Do this in absolute silence. Do not think about the answers, simply write. Allow the truth to flow from your deepest consciousness onto the page. You will be surprised by what your soul has to say when your mind finally gets out of the way. Second, I want you to embrace solitary contemplation. Take a walk alone. Do not bring your telephone. Do not listen to music. The purpose is not to think about a specific problem, but to create a vacuum, a space for the truth to rise to the surface. It was in my quietest moments, standing alone in a forest or sitting on a park bench, that the greatest ideas came to me. The mind, when left to its own devices, will often lead you to the exact thing you've been looking for. This is not a one-time exercise. The truth you seek is not a single grand revelation. It is a series of whispers. It is a pattern. After you have completed this work, I want you to look for the recurring themes. What are the topics you always return to? What are the problems you always feel compelled to discuss? What ideas keep returning to you, even when you try to ignore them? Your soul leaves breadcrumbs. The very things you find yourself naturally drawn to. The work, the hobbies, the topics of conversation. These are not random. They are the recurring themes of your true purpose. They are the outline of the fire that has always been waiting within you. Your work now is to stop ignoring it. You are not finding something new. You are simply reclaiming something that was always yours. You have unearthed your fire. You have seen the truth of your own desires. But now you must understand the profound cost of leaving that fire unlit. What is the price you pay for ignoring your own truth? It is not a dramatic, sudden failure. It is a slow, quiet decay of the spirit. It is an insidious debt that accumulates every single day you spend living someone else's life. The price of living a lie is paid in exhaustion, in anxiety, and in a quiet, burning resentment for a life that feels stolen from you. The first cost is paid in energy. A man pursuing a path that is not his own feels a constant, low-level fatigue. He works hard, but the effort does not energize him. It drains him. The passion is missing, and without it, the work is a burden. It is a constant force against his own nature. The result is a slow and steady depletion of his vital energy. He feels drained, not because he is doing too much, but because he is doing the wrong thing. He feels a quiet anxiety that he cannot shake, a perpetual feeling of being off balance, because his soul knows he is out of alignment. He feels a quiet resentment towards the world and towards himself for having sacrificed his own truth at the altar of external expectations. The next price is paid in joy. When you are on the wrong path, you cannot see the right one. You are so focused on the road you are on that you are blind to the sunlit fields and profound opportunities that exist just outside your view. The deepest joys of life are often found on the path you were born to walk, not on the one you were told to take. You miss out on the friendships that would have deepened you, the opportunities that would have thrilled you, the profound connections that only exist when you are living your truth. You become a ghost in your own life, moving through a world that is not your own, seeing life through a filter of inauthenticity. Finally, the price is paid in your relationships. A lie cannot be contained. The inauthenticity within a man will ripple outward and touch everyone in his life. You cannot give genuine joy, genuine love, or genuine connection to another person if you are not in touch with your own truth. You become either distant, bitter, or a master of pretense. A man who lives a lie will eventually alienate the very people he holds most dear, for they cannot truly connect with the person he is pretending to be. The greatest gift you can give the world is to be yourself, to be a genuine article, for only then can you forge a genuine connection with others. This is the truth. The world is waiting for the real you to show up, and until you do, it will keep you in a prison of your own making. You have seen the price of living a lie. It is paid in the currency of your own soul. Now we must begin the work of building a life of truth. This is the moment when you take the fire you have unearthed and use it to forge your future. I will tell you this with all the firmness in my voice. A definitive action born from an authentic desire is an unstoppable force. But a forced action, born from external pressure, is a burden. It is like trying to push a great boulder uphill. It is exhausting. It is unsustainable. The return to self is not about working harder. It is about aligning your will with a current so powerful it will carry you to your destiny. Your first step back to your own truth is to set intentions from your own internal compass. I want you to go back to the answers you wrote down when you unearthed your fire. The themes you found, the problems you felt a profound urge to solve, these are not random. They are the seeds of your authentic purpose. Take your pen and paper and write a newest definite chief aim. This new aim must be an outflow of your own passion. Not what you think you should want, but what you cannot help but do. It must answer the question, what do I truly want to create, to master, to solve? And it must be so personal, so deeply rooted in your own truth, that the mere thought of it gives you energy. Once you have this new, authentic aim, you must align your daily actions with it. This is a powerful two-step process that will guide every decision you make. Step 1, the morning question. Every single morning, before you do anything else, you must ask yourself one single question. Do not skip it. Do not rush it. The question is this: what is the one thing I can do today that moves me closer to my authentic purpose? This question is not a to-do list. It is a filter. It will cut through all the noise, all the demands, all the distractions, and show you the one action that truly matters. It will show you the thing that only you can do. Step 2, the daily action. You must take that one thing, and you must do it with an unshakable resolve. Do not leave it for the end of the day. Do not wait for a better moment. This is your most important task, and it must be your first. The power of this process is not in its complexity, but in its unwavering consistency. Think of your life as a series of dominoes. The action you take today, when it is aligned with your authentic desire, is the first domino. It will create a chain reaction that will lead you to a life of profound fulfillment. It will give you momentum. It will build your conviction, and it will prove to your subconscious mind that you are committed to living your own truth. The return to self is not a single leap. It is a series of small, honest, daily actions. It is the courageous act of choosing your own life, day after day after day. You have silenced the world. You have unearthed your own fire. You have chosen the one true path. Now, I want to talk to you about the greatest reward of all. It is not the money you will accumulate, or the fame you might receive. The greatest reward is the profound, unshakable peace that comes from living in alignment with your authentic desire. It is a state of being where your mind, your body, and your soul are all working in harmony toward a single, definite purpose. The internal struggle is over. The fighting has ceased. The man who is living his truth is at peace. This peace is not a passive thing. It is the source of all true power. When you are no longer fighting yourself, you have an immense amount of energy and focus to pour into your work. You become an unstoppable force. The doubt that once paralyzed you is now a distant memory. The anxiety that once burdened you has vanished. You are no longer living in the prison of someone else's expectations. You are free. This peace is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. It is the solid ground upon which you can stand, unmovable, no matter what storms may rage around you. Furthermore, a man living in his purpose becomes a magnet for opportunity. The world is drawn to authenticity. When you stop pretending to want what you don't, and you start passionately pursuing what you do, you emit a different kind of energy. You attract the right people, the right resources, and the right opportunities into your life. The universe does not give you what you want, it gives you who you are. The man who is living his truth, even with a small, quiet conviction, becomes a light source. And those who have been searching in the darkness will be naturally drawn to that light. The time for waiting is over. You cannot wait for a perfect moment. The perfect moment is a myth. The only moment that matters is now. I am not asking you to make a grand, dramatic leap. I am asking you to take one single, definitive step. Today, this very moment, take the truths you have unearthed and act on them. Choose your own life. Do not live a day longer in the lie of borrowed desires. The world has been waiting for the work only you can do. The abundance you seek is not a prize to be won, but a consequence of living your truth. Go forth and begin now. Key takeaways. The mirage of borrowed desire. Your greatest challenge is not a lack of opportunity, but a lack of clarity. Most people are fighting for goals that were placed in their minds by external pressure, leading to a life of hollow victories. The power of authentic desire. True success is a consequence of purpose. The greatest source of power is the burning desire that comes from a genuine, innate passion. The price of inauthenticity. Ignoring your own truth leads to a quiet decay of the spirit. The cost is paid in exhaustion, resentment, and a profound sense of being off balance. The return to self. You cannot force genuine action. You must align your daily will with your authentic purpose. Your path to power begins with the courageous act of choosing your own life. Action steps. 1. Unearth your fire. For the next 3 days, spend 20 minutes in absolute silence with a pen and paper. Answer these 2 questions. What would I do if I knew I could not fail? And what problem do I feel a profound urge to solve, even if I was never paid for it? 2. Forgive your definite chief aim. Based on the answers you have unearthed, write a new, authentic, definite chief aim. This aim must come from your own internal compass, not from what you believe you should want. 3. Align your actions. For the next 30 days, every single morning, ask yourself this question: what is the one thing I must do today that moves me closer to my authentic purpose? Then do that one thing first. Remember, your success begins the moment you decide to act.